If you've ever gone to bed replaying something you said to your child and wondering if you handled it the right way, this video is for you. If you've ever felt the quiet pressure to be perfect, patient, and always emotionally available, while still feeling like you're somehow falling short, stay with me. Because some of the beliefs you've been taught about good parenting might actually be making things harder for you, not better. And today, I want to gently shift a few of those beliefs in a way that can change how you feel as a parent almost immediately. Parenting advice is everywhere, and most of it sounds like rules you're supposed to follow flawlessly. But psychology tells us something much softer and more human. The parents who raise emotionally healthy children are not the ones who never mess up. They are the ones who hold a few powerful beliefs that guide how they respond when things get messy. And once you understand these beliefs, parenting starts to feel less like a performance and more like a relationship. If that kind of parenting speaks to you, you might want to gently tap subscribe and stay here with us, because this channel is all about growing minds and hearts, including your own, with compassion and clarity. The first belief that makes parents better is the understanding that connection matters more than control. Many of us were raised to believe that obedience equals success, but a good child is a compliant child, and a good parent is one who keeps behavior in check. But psychology shows that children don't learn emotional regulation or values through control. They learn through connection. When a child feels emotionally safe with you, their brain becomes more open to learning, listening, and cooperation. That doesn't mean there are no boundaries. It means the boundary comes after the relationship, not before it. A child who feels understood is far more likely to want to understand you. When you pause to connect before correcting, you're teaching your child that relationships don't disappear when things go wrong. That belief alone can soften power struggles and create trust that lasts far beyond childhood. The second belief is that your child's behavior is communication, not manipulation. This is one of the hardest shifts for parents, especially when you're tired. When a child melts down, talks back, or shuts down, it can feel personal, like they're testing you or trying to push your buttons. But psychologically, children don't yet have the brain development to manipulate in the way adults do. What they do have are big emotions and limited tools. Behavior is often the language they use when words aren't enough. When you believe that misbehavior is a message, you start asking different questions. Instead of, how do I stop this? You begin wondering, what is my child trying to tell me? This belief helps you stay calmer because it removes blame and replaces it with curiosity. And children who feel seen rather than labeled as difficult begin to feel safer expressing themselves in healthier ways. The third belief is that repair matters more than being right. No parent stays calm all the time. You will raise your voice. You will misunderstand your child. You will have moments you wish you could redo. Psychology reassures us that these moments do not damage children when repair follows. In fact, repair is one of the most powerful tools in parenting. When you apologize to your child, you are not weakening your authority. You are modeling accountability, emotional intelligence, and resilience. You are showing them that relationships can bend without breaking. A parent who believes in repair understands that perfection is not the goal. Trust is built when a child sees that mistakes don't end connection. This belief also frees you from shame. Instead of spiraling in guilt, you focus on reconnection, which heals both of you. The fourth belief is that your child doesn't need you to be happy all the time. They need you to be real. Many parents feel responsible for their child's emotional state, believing that if their child is upset, they've failed. But psychology tells us that children benefit from seeing a full range of healthy emotions modeled. When you allow yourself to be human, to feel tired, sad, or overwhelmed while still being emotionally safe, you teach your child that feelings are manageable, not dangerous. This belief shifts parenting from emotional performance to emotional presence. It teaches children that they don't have to suppress their feelings to be loved. And it teaches you that your worth as a parent is not measured by constant calm, but by emotional honesty paired with care. The fifth belief is that long-term emotional safety matters more than short-term compliance. Getting a child to behave in the moment can feel urgent, especially in public or stressful situations. But psychology encouraged parents to zoom out. When fear, shame, or punishment is used to control behavior, It may work temporarily, but it teaches children to hide rather than understand themselves. Parents who hold this belief focus on the kind of adult they're raising, not just the moment they're managing. They ask themselves whether their response builds trust, self-worth, and emotional regulation over time. This belief often leads to calmer discipline because it's guided by values instead of urgency. And children raised with emotional safety grow into adults who can set boundaries, communicate needs, and maintain healthy relationships. If you re-listening to this and realizing that some of these beliefs feel very different from how you were raised, you're not alone. Many parents are doing the brave work of breaking cycles they didn't choose, and that work is not easy. It brings up old memories, old wounds, and sometimes grief for what you didn't receive. But psychology shows us that awareness alone is powerful. Each time you pause, reflect, and respond differently, you are literally reshaping your child's emotional world and your own. I'd love to hear from you here. Which of these beliefs felt the hardest to accept or the most relieving to hear? You can share in the comments what resonated with you or a moment where you tried to parent differently than you were taught. Your story might be exactly what another parent scrolling late at night needs to feel less alone. And if someone you love is parenting with self-doubt, exhaustion, or quiet fear that they're not doing enough, consider sharing this video with them. Not because they need fixing, but because they deserve reassurance. Sometimes the most powerful support is a reminder that being a good parent is not about getting everything right, but about staying emotionally present even when it's hard. As we come to the end, I want you to remember this. Your child does not need a perfect parent. They need a parent who's willing to grow, reflect, and connect. Every time you choose understanding over control, curiosity over judgment, and repair over shame, you are already doing something deeply right. Parenting is not about molding a child into who they should be. It's about creating a space where they feel safe becoming who they already are. And if you stay here with us at Mind Grooming, we'll keep exploring these gentle shifts together, one belief at a time.